as soon as we went into that elevator and it started shaking and that girl screamed, I was like, oh, this is not good.
Let the freaks rain down.
Alright guys, welcome back to the Eastononi Films podcast. Today I'm here joined by some co-hosts.
I'm back.
We got Jordan over here.
Back from the dead.
We got Logan. We got myself, and we got Nate. And today is some more chill, laid-back podcast. We actually didn't prep anything beforehand.
12:40.
So it's 100% off the cuff.
It's late.
It's late,
We're
yeah.
chilling.
12:40 a.m.
Timestamp.
Yeah, timestamp. So we were just playing some video games.
Yeah,
For real.
Tell us about your cross country today.
So we had a meet today, me and Nate. We were running, and did alright, I think. Pretty well.
You're just not going to go into depth. Is there anything crazy? Was
We've
anybody
been
good?
making some strides personally for both of us, but this meet in particular, I don't think was the best. I can't speak for you, but
Is that right?
yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
We had a fantasy draft.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I got Drew Brees.
Yeah.
And Nick Foles.
And Nick Foles.
Man,
Jason Witten.
Yeah, and all them.
I'm
Man's just
stuck
hurt.
with Jared Goff.
Yeah, I got a pretty solid team. I got Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I mean, I just got Lamar Jackson and Tom Brady.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
I'm just fucking.
I got a pretty stacked team, and then once I got to the point where I didn't have to add any more good players, I just did all the meme players, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I just went for it and did all the bad, injured ones. So, that's about,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. We were going to do
Yeah, Jordan, you didn't draft Fitzmagic like you were supposed
No. I was going to draft a poop team, but
to. You didn't
I
get
decided-
Kamara.
at last minute, I didn't get the guy I wanted, so I ditched the idea. So
Didn't get
I
Kamara.
did get my man's Alvin Kamara. It is a shame.
What
It
a
is a
shame.
shame. I think we were going to talk about ghost encounters. I like your
Yeah.
sunglasses.
Yeah.
It is Halloween.
Anybody got any cool stories?
Yeah, I
Got
do
any-
have one.
Alright, tell us
Oh,
some
yeah.
stories.
This man has
Okay,
us
this
a
is
story.
not from my account, but my little cousin
Alright.
was at my grandparents' house one time.
Okay.
And he saw the light flicker and he said ghost.
Mhm.
And he described what the ghost looked like to
Okay.
my grandmother.
Okay.
And it was my great grandmother.
Okay.
It was the exact description.
Okay.
It's,
Ghosts are real.
Okay. That's cool.
Scary.
Where was it? Where was it? Was that your
It was at my grandparents' house.
Could have seen a
She
picture
lived,
of her.
She
somewhere.
lived there her last few years.
Could have seen a picture of her
Was
somewhere.
it like the room she lived in?
It was in the sunroom.
The sunroom. Did she spend a lot of her time
No, not. She usually
Sure.
spent it back in her bedroom.
there? No.
yeah. I have a decent amount of ghost stories that are kind of told in my family because, as some of you may know, I had a great-grandfather back in the day who used to have a farm in good old Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. It's kind of known for ghosts and stuff like that. And because
battlefield.
of the
I would
Civil
say
War,
so.
yeah, it's one of the biggest tourist towns in America. And even though it is such a small town, but yeah, so we kind of go there every Christmas and stuff, and pretty cool time. And the people who worked there always had stories about. They say at around like 7 to 8 a.m. they would always see an army of like light figures marching down through the cattle fields and stuff like that.
Oh, really?
I thought that was pretty
That's
cool.
crazy.
I actually took a friend there way back in the day, and like probably when I was like in 4th grade,
Get your hat up.
and he
Yeah.
swears to this day that he saw like some sort of figure walking
Yeah.
in the basement.
See, this man is too much of a wimp to want to
Yeah,
go
yeah.
spend the night
I'm
in
not-
the battlefield.
Nah, that's not me.
Hey, I want to do that.
That ain't
I want
me.
to do that.
He's
I'd
got-
do that because
Yeah, let's go.
Have to go shit's fake.
Nah,
Let's
they've
go.
got too much white horror in them. I get.
Oh, you want to tell him a story about when we went to that haunted house back in the day?
Oh yeah, so we went to a haunted house. It was like one of the attraction things, right? And so it was like and it was me, it was Easton, it was a couple other friends, And dude, one of my least favorite things ever that I've ever done in my life, and Easton can probably attest to that. So
Yeah.
what happens, we go in there, and they threw us in that elevator, remember?
Yeah.
And the elevator starts shaking. This girl rips open this little door and just screams in there for no reason. It made no sense. Then next thing you know, the door opens, and we're walking through. And all I remember was just strobe lights
Yeah.
and 90s grunge music. The
Yeah.
whole time.
I remember there was a big guy who was dressed as like a pig.
Yeah,
But, like,
that was the doctor's room.
Yeah, he
remember?
was standing right in front of
Yeah.
me, and I walked into
Yeah.
him because I didn't think he was real. I thought he was a hologram just because
Yeah.
of how much the strobe
Yeah.
lights were messing with my eyes.
Yeah, because in the doctor's room they had those little things, and they sprayed compressed air and water on you, and it was
Yeah.
awful. And that was that wasn't really towards the end. That was towards the middle, because Easton, me, Easton, and I think it was Sam, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was Sam.
Yeah,
we all three ran out the emergency exit because
yeah, dude.
we were we were like we're getting out. It was all because remember earlier the guy that was
Luckily, I found that emergency
Yeah, I
exit.
know.
Like, it was just some door, like cards in
Yeah.
a wall. Like, it was so
and
discreet.
it barely you could
Like-
barely see the exit sign.
Yeah,
Or-
yeah, it was like literally written on the door in like paint. Like, it
Yeah.
wasn't even like an exit
Yeah.
sign that you
And
normally see.
remember when we busted out that girl was like, that was an emergency exit. And we were like, yeah, we know.
Yeah, we knew. Well,
Whoa.
I mean, I was I mean, I was a little freaked out by the haunted house. That didn't bother me
Yeah.
probably as much as it would have bothered you, but I was so messed up from the strobe lights. I
Yeah,
couldn't see
my
anything.
eyes were hurting bad.
Yeah, I think I was with everybody.
Yeah.
I think whoever runs that establishment kind of needs
Honestly, remember the guy
turn
on
back to strobe lights.
the guy on the outside? He was the dude with the
Yeah,
chainsaw.
he kept
was
targeting our
he-
group.
Yes, he was
Yeah.
only supposed to be. He wasn't supposed to go in the haunted house, and he was just running around trying to scare people, like walking around. And as soon as we go in the haunted house, we're like a quarter of the way in. I feel a chainsaw tap the back of my leg, and then I just hear it rip. The guy literally followed us in because we were tooling with him the whole
Well,
time.
he went in through the back way.
Yeah.
He met us. I remember it was because I saw him before you, I guess, realized he was there. But like, it was such like a movie moment
Yeah.
because it was the same guy that's been messing with us the whole
Yeah.
time we were there. Comes into the back way, and we're in the middle of this like hospital room. He walks in like the main walkway in the middle, and just rips open the chainsaw
loud.
so
in this
loud.
enclosed, like room.
Yeah.
Just rips the shit. I
Because
mean,
like you hear all the medical people and they're trying to do
Yeah.
their act or whatever, and then all we hear is this.
it just, it literally just
Yeah, the
drowned
one
out.
time I was at a haunted house,
Oh.
this guy chased me with a chainsaw, and when I was out of there, I punched the guy.
Well, you're not allowed to do that.
That is
I know.
funny.
I punched him.
Not allowed to do
I
that.
was little and I just was,
Ah, okay.
Really?
That would get you kicked out.
and I punched him.
Can't touch the actors. Can't touch the actors. But that was funny. And then the haunted hayride. The haunted hayride was funny. Remember at the end when like all the people came out of the field with like it was like 20 people with a chainsaw, and they kept smacking Bryce and he's like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, we all need to go to Field of Screams.
Nah, I'll never go there.
Oh,
Why?
dude, that place.
That's
I'd
not me.
so
Yo,
be down.
I'm not a
Thanks.
jump scare guy.
Dude,
That's so much better.
Yo,
I feel like that'd be
yes.
so much
Nah.
more fun than like a haunted house because you're out in the open. You know
yeah,
what I
but
mean?
you do. But
Exactly.
there's all haunted houses. Like you just go in there and like that's all it is.
Oh,
And
that
But-
sucks.
yeah.
Yo, cause
No,
That'd be
yeah,
so
I'm
cool
not a
if it
jump
was
scare
outside.
guy.
Whatever, I'm a wimp, but I'm not gonna walk through a small corridor and just get jump scared the whole time. That's literally not what I do.
Yeah.
Like I watch a movie get jump scared, but I'm not gonna walk through this tiny hallway where I can.
So, yeah, I'm not gonna pay to go in some
Yeah.
claustrophobic hallway for some dude getting paid minimum wage to jump out at
And
me.
touch me, you know what I mean? And you can't do anything or else you'll get kicked out and possibly fined for it. You know what I mean? Like, heck no, that's a waste of my time and money. Like no, I'll never go to one of those. But Field of Screams, Jason Woods. I did it once and I'll never do it again.
Haunted hayrides were fun.
Haunted hayrides are fun because they can't do anything.
We did it at the same place
Yeah.
actually, and it was the same group, and that's when we decided we were gonna.
That
mess
was when the
with some of
spider.
people.
Remember because they were like
Yeah.
they had the thing to get people in the middle, and that spider
Yeah,
dunked on your
Big
head.
old spider, probably like 3 feet across. It was like a giant stuffed animal spider.
It
fell.
just hit you right on top of the head.
Yeah. Oh man, but I remember the one guy there was a guy in our group named Nick, and
Oh, yeah.
some dude ran up to him and just scared the crap out of him. Well, not actually scared him, but tried to scare him. And it was something that would have gotten anyone else. He's a very stoic guy, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
And he runs up and just goes, "Hi!" and grabs him. And Nick doesn't even flinch. Turns around, "Hello." I died.
Nick was the trooper in that group. He went first in the haunted house. He was just trying to get through it. While Easton,
apparently after we left, there was a clown room that they went into.
Yeah.
And apparently some lady ran up to him, one of the clowns, and said, "Hey, you want to play?" And apparently he said, "Sure," and started hopping around the room. And then and he stayed in there so long that they had to tell him to leave the room and keep going. And he kept going, "No, I want to keep playing."
Because then at the end they said they had the two big air balloons and you had to get through them or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And that was when Peter got stuck in the middle and that person came in after him.
Yeah.
He told that story. He got stuck in the middle of it. I'm glad we dipped out halfway through because I feel like the end.
I kind of regret it, but I honestly, like, I was so, like, discombobulated, like, walking out of there.
It was just strobe lights and just
Yeah.
pounding 90s grudge. And it wasn't even good 90s music. Like, it was just, like, I've never heard the song. It was awful. And
Creed.
it was bad. It was just piercing. It was awful.
Are they playing 311?
Yes.
Hey,
Probably.
311's not really grunge. but
It was, that
Ain't
was
good.
It's good music.
There was probably a lot
It's good
better.
music.
There was probably a lot better haunted house. I forget who put that you know.
You
whole thing.
know what would
It
be a
was
good song to
probably some
play in
fire
a haunted
company or
house?
Hmm?
Ball with the Ball.
Bro, I don't.
Just imagine you get in there, you get in
See,
the
I
haunted
feel
house and all you
I
hear
feel
is
like "Come As You Are"
ball
would be
with
a
the
good
ball
song
with
for
the
that.
bang, the dang, diggy, diggy.
How about no songs at all and just have the atmosphere and stuff
True.
itself be the
Nirvana.
scary part? you
Yeah, or
know?
maybe just like sound
Nirvana.
effects, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nirvana.
Well, as soon as we went into that elevator and it started shaking and that girl screamed, I was like, oh, this is not good.
Yeah.
I was like, no, this is not what I like.
See, I've never went to one of those like legit.
You never did like a legit haunted house.
No.
Okay, that's why you want to go to one.
I know.
Once you do one, you'll hate it. And
I
want to
go to one though, at least just one.
Then do it sometime.
But like, I'm not doing it alone.
Well, then I guess
We should do it.
you won't- I'm not
Yeah.
doing it.
Oh, you
He ain't doing it.
Oh, we can do it.
Again, I'm not
Me
paying
and
for
Logan will do it.
some minimum wage 40-year-old dude dressed up as a clown for a living, jumping out going boo. No.
Yeah.
I've
It
never
actually, I
experienced
feel like it'd be cool.
They're
working
nothing special. It's the,
I think it depends on what one you
You're
go to.
literally paying to get terrified.
See, I'm not.
Hey,
Say,
I'll
I'm
go
not.
once,
I've
but
never
that's
been to
it.
one, but I'm not gonna pay to go get scared.
It's awful. I
So
think
unless
the
that time
the
of
place
season-
we did was put on by a fire company, and that scared the balls off me. Why would I go to a professional one? No, I couldn't even handle the one by like a fire company that they put on.
They're just whips.
Heck no. Yes, I'll call it. I'm a wimp.
Oh, we should make our own haunted
Yeah.
house.
I would
That
do.
costs
I would
a
be an
lot of
actor.
money.
You know what's scary?
I mean,
that
I
right
would
there.
Yeah. Sweeney's
Rawr.
Mansion. No, I would do.
They just what's the scariest thing you ever see? Put a mirror up to him.
Now, if I was an actor, I feel like that'd be fun. Cause you
That would be fun
I
to
know,
do
that
the
would be
scaring.
Because you're like
Right.
behind the scenes, and then like you could pop out and like do that stuff like that. Would be
Because
fun.
you know, like all like the hidden places where you could just
Yeah.
jump out and just.
Yeah, because a lot of those people follow you and stuff. Like they'll start at the beginning and then they'll just go forward and wait for you to catch up. Like, I
What?
feel like that would be entertaining.
You know how I do that? Well, I used to do that thing every year, Halloween, where I'd go and it'd be like Halloween camping, and
Yeah.
everyone would decorate their campsites. Well, there was the one guy, and my dad actually worked with the one guy, and but it was just like I think it was like 6 or 7 dudes, and they all worked together, and they built like almost like a legit professional, like, but it was like makeshift haunted house in their campsite, and like they had actors and everything. And I went through it when I was younger, and man, that was terrifying. Like, that was worse than any like legit haunted house I ever went to. But man, they really
They
went all out in that. I remember it was me and my grandma went in it. Friggin' some dude ran out and grabbed my grandpa, and I just remember trying to be that brave dude,
Yeah,
like
and
shoved the
get
dude
off
off of him.
Yeah,
Like,
dude.
shoved the dude off of her and like ran out.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. But dude, there's haunted houses, man. Oh,
Yeah. Any other like scary stories, like legit,
I mean-
like real scary stories?
I mean, I never really
Yeah.
had any like super scary stuff. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think my house would be considered haunted. I know the person that lived in the house previously died in the house, but well, no, they didn't die in the house. But I was like, no, they didn't die in the house. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I do remember one time. I have a big rocking chair, and I remember one time I went to my attic, and there was no windows in my attic, or there was no AC up there, and I went up there one time, and that fucking chair was just rocking. It was just rocking. There's no window up there, and that thing was just rocking. And I was like, I'm gonna head out. I don't even remember what I was going up there before, but I just
Like the meme
I'd
reference.
take an axe to that chair.
no. I literally went up there, and it's hot up there during the winter because I mean there's no air circulation in there, and oh dude, I never been so out of there in my life. I mean, and it wasn't slow rock. It was like, it was rocking.
Yeah.
It was probably close to what Nate was doing, right? It was sort of like that. I was like, psych.
This is less of a scary story and more of kind of like a funny story, but it kind of ties into the whole theme. I was camping once when I was like really younger with my grandparents. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I was 6. Yeah, I want to say I was 6.
A young blood.
And me and my sister, who would have been 4 at the time, were playing with some older kids who were probably about maybe 12 or 13. And so obviously they're playing a little bit more maturely than we are and a little bit more, I guess, like rambunctious and violent because, you know, they can handle it. But, and I guess I didn't put together the fact that they were playing. I was like legitimately terrified for a good like 20 minutes from these kids. And it got to the point where I ran back to my grandpa's campsite and got an axe and started chasing the kid around. Just because I was that terrified of him. And because like, the kid was chasing me because he was just playing the game. He just thought I was playing. But I was just like terrified, and I grabbed my grandpa's axe. I'll never forget that. And I just turned around, and he just had the biggest look of fear on his face. And once he realized I wasn't playing
I'd
anymore,
have done the hardened double step back. I'd been like,
and then I started chasing him, and my grandpa steps in, and he takes the axe back, and I grabbed one of them metal marshmallow roasting sticks and just going after him. At that point, I thought
you actually swung at him. Like,
I don't know, like that's why I'm so glad that I didn't, because like
kid.
I know, but like that's why, like I don't know, that's why I don't let your kids play with other kids like unsupervised.
Honestly,
yeah. But
A question for Halloween: what would you all be for Halloween? Like if it was, I mean, obviously I take it none of us are gonna dress up and go trick or treating. I would hope not.
no.
We seem but what would you like?
No one would do that.
Oh, well, okay. I actually know. Like,
Scare little children.
I don't know if you guys would, but like dress up and like scare kids as they come to the door. What would you,
Well, I don't. I mean,
like ideal to make it the most scary.
yeah, sure.
I dress up because I have younger cousins.
Well, yeah,
like
but
they're
like
young, so I dress up for them and I walk around with them when it's their trick or treat and because they like it, so I do it. But I mean, I scared people last year at their house. Like I wasn't even dressed up. I was just chilling because I was giving out the candy, but I was just hiding behind a bush, and every time they went up, I was just like, hey, and then. But I don't know. If I dressed up, I don't know what I would dress up as. I wouldn't want to dress up as anything like scary because they're young, so I wouldn't want to like freak them out. But I don't know.
My old neighborhood had a really popular
Mick Thompson.
trick or
That's what I
treat,
dress up as. Mick Thompson.
and it got to the point where it was less fun to go trick or treating and more fun to just like hand out the candy and scare people and stuff.
Yeah, I like handing out
So,
candy.
like,
It's fun. Dude.
I remember like when we were like going Halloween shopping or whatever, I'd go to like Walmart or Spirit Halloween or Party City or whatever, and I'd just try to find the scariest costume, and I'd just scare the crap out of kids.
yeah, they had that
and
Donald
be my
Trump
Halloween.
mask one year.
It was
legitimately,
pre-Donald Trump.
I don't know if any of you
times,
saw it, but like, not like just saying like the mask itself, the way it was
just
made was
terrifying.
horrifying.
Yeah.
Like it was just
I think that's
rubbery,
intentional,
like
yeah.
it was rubber. Sweet,
No,
did you
it's
have
just-
one?
They don't
Wait,
wanna
what?
make-
Did you have a Donald Trump mask or did you dress up as Donald Trump one year?
I don't have a mask, but I
You think
do
you were gonna
have
get
a
the
wig.
mask, but you thought it was like horrible too. Like the mask itself,
Yeah.
it was just like
Awful.
it was like
It's just
bumpy rubber.
latex and it's.
It was
they don't make-
weird.
They didn't put much
If you put
money
it, you
into
didn't even look like him. It was just a weird mat.
I think the
Ah.
wig was better.
You had the wig.
What?
You know, I think you might know where I'm going with this. Speaking of political figure masks, when
Barack
when Obama, it was 2008, right
This
when
man
Obama.
dressed up as Obama. I think.
Yeah. Well, no, I didn't. First, when he first got elected, it was it was the year after he got elected, so it would have been 2009. Our area had a snowstorm that Halloween, and our grade school, the one that me and Jordan went to, we used to have a parade around outside.
Yeah, that was. I remember. Oh my god.
And
who dressed up as Obama?
I don't know, some like big 8th grader, and
That was funny.
and I was like a 3rd or 4th grader. I think we were in 4th grade at the time, and he started throwing snowballs.
Oh, you got hit in the eye.
Yeah,
Yes, I
he picked up a
remember that.
snowball. There was a big chunk of ice in the middle of it, and he chucked it. And by the way, to make this even more ridiculous, but this is what happened. I was wearing a Jason mask, meaning my entire face was completely protected except for
Except
my
for
eyes.
your eyes.
Direct hit straight to my left eye,
I remember that.
and the ice like cut open the eyeball.
Yeah.
And I remember.
was near him when that happened. It was crazy.
I remember.
Dropped.
Yeah.
Because the kid didn't throw it at Easton. Because what they did for the parade, it went by grades. So 8th grade was at the front, and then it just went back. And the kid picked it up and just threw it behind everybody. And it just it I mean, it could have hit anybody, but it hit Easton.
Yeah, and
And I was near him. And I just heard, oh, and I looked by it, it's just blood, and I was like,
yeah, cause like, and I was dressed as Jason, and so I had blood splattered all over my shirt and all over my mask as part of the costume, but then I also had blood dripping down from my eye and all over my hands. So I walk into the school nurse, and oh my god, she about had a heart attack. She walked in, and she's like, "What happened to you?"
Yeah,
And
she
we're
thought
like,
that
well,
he's
this is fake, but this is real,
Yeah.
and, you know.
because I remember, because I was near your mom, and she like flipped out, and I was just like,
Yeah.
because I told her, and she like went crazy. She thought I did it, and I was like,
No, yeah.
I did the hardened step back. I was like, hold up,
Yeah.
not me. Because that was the year that one dude dressed up as a woman, and I remember he had the popcorn balls as his breasts, and that was really fun. And he kept trying to get people to take a bite out of it because I don't know why, I forget who that was.
Yeah,
That was funny.
I'll never forget.
That's the thing though, like Halloween costumes, like back then it was like you just found stuff around your house that you used to make a costume.
Yeah.
Now you gotta buy like some like weird
Yeah.
mask that like doesn't even look good
Yeah.
for like
Cost
$40.
Yeah,
It's like $40
I was
for like
about
a.
to say 50.
Like, I remember, well yeah, back in like it was like 2016 when the presidential election like they were just selling out of like Donald Trump and
Yeah.
Hillary Clinton
Yeah.
masks,
That's what
and
people
they,
were doing.
just like the
Yeah.
latex masks, and they're really weird, and I don't see why people bought them.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
But they were like
Politics-
$50.
Well, politics are kind of unavoidable at Halloween just because election day is like
Yeah,
right
because
after.
I mean, it's,
you know?
Yeah.
during those years, it's right there. But
Like you had little like 8-year-olds walking around with like Donald Trump
Yeah,
masks, like
I know.
full,
They don't,
like full like rubber pull over
they
the
don't
head
even
Donald
know who
Trump
he
mask,
is.
and I was like,
well, I mean, they know who he is, but
Well,
they
yeah.
don't. They can't.
8-year-olds.
Yeah,
like,
but
a
they-
lot of them don't even know what he stands for. What?
No.
it's just
They just
why would you
understand
like
Trump, man.
like why spend $50 when you get a nice black bed sheet, you tie it into a little cape, bam, you're Batman.
I guess so, man. I guess so.
Like,
I
DIY.
can't remember the last time I like actually dressed up. I mean, I did it last year, but
I think it was like last time I actually dressed up like trick or treating was like
that was a while. I think it was
Yeah, it's been years.
6th grade.
6th
I
grade.
would say 6th grade. Cause
Like I don't know with you like the last year we went.
Oh yeah.
I went with him the
That
last
was when
year.
I was Donald Trump.
That is when you were. So that might have been like. I think that's why we went because you had the wig and stuff, and we were like, it might have been like 7th, 8th grade. And we were like, you know what? We're getting free candy. He's got the Donald Trump costume. I think I was like I
The
just drew,
one
I just
house
did.
gives out full
I just
candy
did
bars.
like
Uh-huh.
Grim Reaper because I was like I don't like
Yeah.
I didn't plan on doing it this year, but like he wanted to. So I was like all right,
I was
Donald
like,
Trump
why
and
not?
Grim Reaper getting free candy.
I remember my first
Walking
year. It
Put
was
on
when
me. I was the one who wanted to do it.
Hey, I mean, hey, free candy.
I remember my last year trick or treating was I played basketball in grade school at the time, and I remember I missed basketball practice to go trick or treating, and it was kind of like right when you're at that cusp age of whether or not you should be trick or treating or not, and I guess I stepped it over a little too far, according to my coach's opinion. I remember him like I came back the next day after missing practice. I remember him just giving me like the most mockingly tone, just, "Well, Easton, did you get a lot of candy?" And I'm just like, "Oh, I guess I'm not doing that anymore."
Did your parents limit how much candy you got to keep though?
No, I was never a
I
big
never,
candy eater,
like-
so a lot of it went to waste anyway.
Yeah, I never really
Same.
went on. I mean, like, when I was young, I did, but like once I got to like 4th and like 5th, in 6th grade, I really didn't rock with it that much because that's when like
I gave most of it
That's
away.
what
that was around when my cousins were starting.
That's what I'm saying. My parents got to the point where they're like, all right, you get to keep this candy, you don't get that much, and then it was just the point where like, yeah, we got like they were like, all right, you get this candy, but then they just didn't care what we did the rest of it because we usually ended up giving it away at school or something,
Yeah.
But like when we were in like kindergarten, they were
when
like,
I was young,
it was like you get this many pieces
Yeah.
to keep, and I was like,
when I was in like 1st and 2nd grade, I would just go out. I mean, I'd be out trick or treat for hours, but then once I got older, I would literally go for like half hour, 45 minutes.
yeah, you go out for like half hour, you get like a a good bit of candy in
Because
the bag, and you're like,
as
all right,
much as
cool.
I hate to say it, when I was, because I forget I don't remember, but I always remember our trick or treats. I think,
Tuesdays.
yeah,
Tuesday.
it was around that,
Tuesdays.
and that was when WWE was on. So I always made sure I was back so I could watch WWE. I'll say that now. So I would only really trick or treat for like half hour, 45 minutes because I was like, oh snap, I gotta get back so I can watch John Cena. Literally. I dressed up as John Cena one year. I did.
How did people see you then?
They didn't. That's the thing.
That's a good costume right there.
I
Dude,
remember.
I had the belt and everything.
Do you remember 2012 when it was kind of like that LMFAO Party Rock Anthem craze or whatever? I remember I dressed up as the one dude from LMFAO. Remember
Yeah,
that?
I do remember that.
Yeah, I had the big afro and I had the
Yeah.
freaking glasses.
I was always just like the simple stuff, like
Yeah, I always do.
I
whatever,
was,
whatever
except
costume
for-
was in the attic.
Yeah, I was like that a lot of years. Like
It
I
was either
remember
like
I,
Grim Reaper, like the Scream mask.
I got
you
started
know.
off like
one-
Scooby
The
Doo.
one year, I remember you had some paper mache helmet.
Oh for the parade, yeah. My mom made because one of the parade floats was like Charlie Brown
Oh, it was a
Halloween,
Snoopy helmet.
and
that's what
she
it
made
was.
all like the character helmets out of paper mache, and there was these giant like balloon like heads, and it was just a bunch of kids wearing little Snoopy and Charlie Brown and little,
That's awesome.
all the characters' heads.
That's cool.
I could probably find one in my attic if I wanted to.
I'm trying to think of a costume I went on. I know when I was young, I have pictures of it. I dressed up as a Ravens player. I had the helmet and everything. Yeah, it was like, did you ever see them like costumes like at like sports shops? It's like the little plastic helmet and like a
I
jersey
think
and
I
pants.
dressed
or
up
whatever.
as a Ravens player.
Yeah.
I did.
I still have the
I
helmet.
was.
I did.
was
I don't think I
little.
did Brady. I did a Patriots player.
I did
'cause,
Ray
like,
Lewis.
I played for the Patriots.
You know?
We had the jersey and the helmet with like the same exact
Yeah.
logo.
I
So it was just whatever number you were. I was like, yeah, I'm that player.
I
I had the
dressed-
cheap $20 Ray Lewis jersey. So
Ah,
I just
I dressed
Ray
up as a
Lewis.
hockey player.
shoulder
I had my
pads
helmet, my hockey stick, and my jersey. Once.
Yeah, just get the sports. Just whoop out the
Yeah.
sports equipment. Just throw it on. Be like, I'm
really,
this.
I'm really trying to think if I went out one year. I remember one year I dressed up as Zorro. You know Zorro? Yeah, I dressed up
I
as
went
him.
all out. Probably like one.
I dressed up as Sub-Zero one year for Mortal Kombat in like 4th grade, and my teacher was pissed. Dude, my teacher was so Miss.
Oh,
She was pissed
I don't remember that.
because I told her. She was like, "What are you?" I was like, "Oh, I'm Sub-Zero." And she was like, "What's that from?" I was like, "Mortal Kombat." And she looked it up, and she was pissed. Cause I mean, obviously, like Mortal Kombat, they're like he's like ripping people's spines out, and oh my goodness. I just
Yeah.
remember she was angry. But then, it was never, she wasn't angry at me for long, but she was just angry, I guess, that I dressed up as some dude that'd be like ripping. But I mean, it was cool, though. I mean, I never played the game before, but I always watched my uncle play it, and the dude looked cool. I was like, ooh, he shoots ice, and I was like, oh, that. I'm gonna dress up as him.
I did the Freddy Krueger one year. I got the striped sweater,
Yeah.
little plastic knives on the head.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Little plastic knives.
Did you have the glove, or did you just like tape knives on?
I had the glove. I had
Yes.
the glove.
Nice, gotta have the glove.
The
I
Michael Jackson glove.
Oh no, Michael.
Michael
I wouldn't try and do that. That's a little dicey of an issue
Last-
there.
Last year I actually dressed up. I didn't go trick or treating or anything like that, obviously, but
Yeah.
I got invited to a costume party, and I was
Same.
just like, well, what am I doing? So what I did was I had, I have a couple Superman shirts, just
Yeah,
Superman
yeah,
logo.
yeah.
Put that on.
Oh yeah, I
and I put
remember
the
that.
dress shirt and the
And,
dress
didn't
coat
you
on.
have like the little curl too?
No, I was
I
gonna
thought
do
you
that.
did.
Well, I didn't have this long hair. then.
Yeah, I remember you had the short
I had
hair.
shorter hair, so
I
it
swear
wasn't
to God,
long
I thought you
enough.
had the. I guess not. No, yeah, okay, I remember the picture now.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I got the glasses.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure whatever happened to
I
those
did
glasses.
80s last year.
Last year I think I just did like all black. Like I was just like all black, like scaring people.
Yeah.
I did 80s last year because that was the theme for my aunt and uncle's party was like decades, so I did 80s. So I literally had jeans on, I had like beat up Nike shoes, I had a stonewashed jean jacket and like an old beat up band T-shirt. It was like an old like Guns N' Roses shirt, and that was I was like a washed up metal fan.
No, I just put on a werewolf mask and it was all good.
Yeah. That is one thing with Halloween costumes. If it's like last minute, just grab random pieces of the costume and just make something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually made a meme about that last year. It was just a picture of me with a cowboy hat and a lei and like a freaking Minecraft pickaxe. I'm like, alright, I'm just a Minecraft cowboy Hawaiian dude. You know, it's just kind of
What were some of the craziest costumes you've ever seen? People
Well, you know those like blow up dinosaur things?
Those are
those
awesome.
Some dude was
hilarious.
just what was even funnier, the dude was just running down the middle of the street doing it.
I don't know if
He was like running, just sprinting down the middle of the yellow line. I was like,
I saw a video of some dude with one of them driving like a Ferrari around.
Yeah. I like the one that got the trampoline part with the dinosaur, and he's dunking. He's
Yeah.
dunking with it. He's doing it through his
You
legs.
see
It looks so dirty.
Mr. Beast video, he'd walk into stores like with 100 of dudes in those.
Really?
He'd just have a stampede of people. Like he tried to walk into a Walmart and then he got kicked out. And he went into a McDonald's and a Metro PCS and stuff. Yeah.
It's awesome. Yeah.
Remember when we almost got kicked out of Walmart?
oh my
Oh, I've
goodness.
heard this.
We
story
were
so
riding
many times.
bikes around Walmart.
So basically what
I
happened,
remember
we went into Walmart and well, first they were selling those like heads. It was like Halloween time. They were selling those like these
The
like
Black Panther.
these heads. Yeah. So I was like, yo, put on this Black Panther head and just walk around like like. And I was like, all right, go up to this Walmart employee and say, have you seen the Black Panther? He goes up. He's like, have you seen the Black Panther? And the guy just looks up, looks at him wearing the mask. He just goes, yeah, it's down there. And then there were these two other guys that were doing the same exact thing us, acting stupid. So eventually we met up and we're just riding around scooters and bikes and those like two like the two-wheeled things that go like that. And then we're obviously like making a ruckus and two Walmart employees walk over and they're like, hey, if you keep, it's either you break something and we're gonna kick you out or you put everything back. And we were like, oh, we were just trying it out. And I looked at the one kid I didn't know. I was like, yeah, he's just trying out the little skateboard thing there.
Bruh.
And we left after that.
That's a bonehead excuse.
Yeah, we got out of there.
I never do stuff like that. I always respect the stores. I wouldn't want people coming into my store and acting like a retard. So I wouldn't.
I
do it.
mean,
I'm sure.
I'm sure the owner of Walmart hasn't figured out about it.
Yeah, obviously the actual like owner of Walmart, but I mean, people do that stuff all the time, and it's whatever. It's not me to be disrespectful and stuff in people's stores.
Yeah.
Especially if it's not yours, you know what I mean? Like it's their product. So I've never done it. No, it's funny to watch. I've watched a lot of people do it. I'm normally the one filming people act like morons, laughing, but that's not me. Did I tell you the time my buddy threw a spray paint can down Walmart, blew up. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
He's got that video somewhere. That was funny. He took the cap off and just threw that thing straight down on the nozzle.
Oh, remember when you had
awesome.
that one Diet Coke can that
That was
like
hilarious.
Oh,
on the
it was like the
exploding?
first. I think it was the first night we were all here.
that was the first time.
The first night we were all here. It was this like
Yeah.
Diet Coke can that was like bulging at the top, and we just I don't remember.
He shook that thing up, and it was.
What
right
do we
outside.
like slam it or
Yeah,
like?
he shook it
I
up.
just
I have
threw
the
it on
video.
the ground.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And
that's
then
right.
the top just came off.
Yeah,
in a
the top
perfect
like
circle.
split and it was like spinning around and like bursting out.
It was awesome, man.
That break in half? Dude, it broke in half.
That was funny. That was a good time. Yeah, that was the first time we like all. That
We
was,
all got together.
that was freshman year.
I think it was that was sophomore year.
Oh,
was
really?
sophomore
I don't
It
remember.
was sophomore year.
I was a blur. I don't even remember that. No, I do. It was a while ago. That was sophomore year.
Yeah.
Way
That was
back.
beginning of sophomore year.
Way back. in time.
That was the beginning of sophomore year because it was like starting to get cold and we were all like standing. And we were like, all right, hurry this up. And Sweetheart was like, what am I doing? And he's just like shaking. And then he goes,
Like, throw
all right,
it
just
down.
throw it.
It just
Blows
exploded.
up.
Oh my
Because I remember we
goodness.
wanted to shoot it with like a BB gun or something, but we couldn't
Yeah.
find it.
Oh my god, that would have been amazing.
Or we wanted to get like the
We
bow
should
and
have
arrow.
done that.
Get the bow and arrow.
But it
out.
was
just
too. It was
yeah.
too late to do.
It was too
any of
dark
that.
to see.
We just wanted to have it blow up. Would have been awesome.
The BB would have been perfect though.
I don't think that the top wouldn't have exploded with the BB. I think it was cool what we did. Because I mean that whole it came off just
No,
perfect.
just like the amount of pressure in that can. That
I
would
mean it would have
like,
just shot out it would have just shot out that one hole. I mean when we threw it down, it like all came out and just spun like it was perfect.
Yeah, it just like hit the ground and was like
The
spinning
BB
around.
would have been cool, but it would have just been concentrated on that one little.
Yeah, it would have hit and like maybe exploded a little, but like that it just watched like it hitting
Yeah.
and then spinning around and
That-
watching him like run away from
that
the
one,
soda that was like
big,
spewing
just
out.
massive explosion was just hilarious. That was entertaining, man.
It was pretty loud too.
Yeet. What about when we went to Lowe's? Remember when we went to Lowe's?
Oh yeah.
And we were
He
messing,
just
we were
walked
messing
around
with those,
Lowe's.
and we were messing with those kitchen sets. Remember that? Those like built kitchen sets, and I just kept.
Hey,
yelling, "I'm not
welcome to
here, so I don't
Logan's
get fined."
kitchen. Here we got Chef John. Oh, I remember.
Yeah, what was I was like messing with the oven, or I forget.
You
what I was
remember? I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Oh yeah, I'm just here trying to.
I don't remember what.
Well, I just
what was
remember like
doing?
it opens up, and I'm
Oh
panning
my
over
God,
like,
was
before
I-
he ever said anything, and you
Remember
just
that
drop
Yeah,
the
I'm like,
pan out.
yeah, I'm like,
So-
oh shit.
Sir,
What?
the one woman kicked us out of Sears and because we were looking at the microwaves.
Oh no, she didn't kick us out. No, she didn't kick us out. We were looking at. We were like,
yeah.
we just
She was
walked
like,
up and we
"Don't
were
touch
like,
that."
because Sears was going out of business, and we just walked up. Like I looked at the microwave, I opened it, looked at it, and closed. She's like, "Are you looking for buying one?" I was like, "No, I was just looking at it." She's like, "Please don't be messing around and playing with the stuff." I was like, "I just opened it," and then we started walking out. Like I was like not like I was like I just opened the thing,
Yeah,
and she
you
started
just
yelling
opened
at me.
it.
I was like. It's like you're losing your job after this anyways. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, honestly, that's
Hectic.
crazy. Let me tell you
Yeah.
what. That's.
No, we didn't get kicked out.
Yeah,
I was just
yeah,
like,
I
I'm
wasn't
leaving.
kicked out.
I think we went in there like looked for bathrooms and we just like saw it.
Oh my.
We were like, oh look, microwaves. We just walked through.
Microwaves. Yeah. Heck yeah.
Yeah, they were marked down from like 300 to 100 something.
$300 for a microwave?
It was like those like fancy Samsung
okay.
technology ones.
Yeah, now they got them
Yeah.
fridges with like a.
It was like
Would they have a
like
touch
mine, it's-
screen on
like,
it?
my microwave was like that big. These were like that big with like a touch screen on
Yeah.
the side.
I don't
Like,
understand why you need a touchscreen on your refrigerator. Like, now they got ones with cameras, so when you go, it like detects your face and it just switches to the camera, so you don't even need to open your fridge. It just shows you what you have, and then you can like if you see something, then you can open it up. It's like, what's the
What's
point?
the point of
And
that?
now-
it's the whole
Well, I
like
guess so
saving.
you don't let air out.
It's like saving
I mean,
power, like
yeah.
keeping the food cool. But it's like, as far as I've been
But
living,
if the power
I've-
goes out, there's no point.
But I've been living 17 years now with the same fridge, and never like me opening it, looking close, and opening it
Yeah.
again has made some food go bad. Like,
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's so dumb. And now they have it now. You can put your grocery list on it, but then if you download the app, it goes to your phone, so or whatever. And it's
Oh yeah,
crazy.
it does. It'll tell you when you're out of like
And,
milk or something.
yeah, and you can you can put all
Why
this.
can't you just do that on your phone?
I don't
There's
know.
this app called
Well,
AnyList that you
I
can
don't-
just like.
I don't know, but
yeah,
you
but like
put.
it automatically
I
makes your
th-
list
yeah, I
for
think
you
you
and stuff.
put
But
this.
I think it's
I
pretty
think
cool.
you put
Well,
the stuff that
Jeez.
you have in your fridge on, like in the fridge's memory, and then once it detects that it's not there, then it puts it on your list. I'm not positive, but I think.
it's something weird.
I was at Lowe's for a while,
Norton's
and I was just
Platinum.
looking at this stuff.
I remember we picked up like the big like
Chilling.
grinding disc, and we were like, oh look at this album they dropped.
What is it? Yeah, platinum.
That platinum.
They made platinum. Yeah, I don't know. Sheesh.
You want to do some rapid fire Halloween questions?
I guess so. We can do. Yeah.
Alright,
why not?
yeah. Alright, we'll go around. Okay, first question, just off the top of my head. Best piece of Halloween candy to get?
Snickers.
Snickers?
I think fun size Snickers is just what the best.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a toughie.
It's rapid fire.
Means you gotta
Kit
quit.
Kat.
Kit Kat? I'm gonna say Swedish Fish.
different.
Mm. I was gonna say Kit Kat or Snickers, but I go Snickers as well.
Snickers, yeah. All right.
So, I like a Twix, something like that. You know,
Twix.
something along those lines.
All right. Best movie to watch on Halloween.
Halloween.
Conjuring.
It's just iconic.
Ghostbusters.
Halloween's just iconic.
Ghostbusters, really?
Conjuring ain't that scary.
Ghostbusters is
Honestly,
a
I
good
don't really
movie.
watch movies on
Ghostbusters
Halloween.
good.
I don't really
Yeah,
watch movies on
well,
Halloween.
Halloween's always on like TNT, so I'm just like, it's on. Why not?
Honestly,
You know what I mean?
I'm not really watching TV on Halloween though. Like I'm just like
I said, Ghostbusters, and for me, you know,
I thought
I
about my
just really like
aunt was there,
Ghostbusters.
I would guess I would say like just like any horror movie, I guess. But like
Yeah.
I don't really watch
Whatever's on,
movies.
yeah.
Charlie Brown Halloween. I
Yeah,
watched.
whatever's on, or like
Yeah.
just go on Netflix, put on
Yeah.
a horror movie, be like, it's Halloween.
Ever since I got to a certain age, Halloween, I've been too busy to watch a movie.
Honestly,
you know.
yeah.
Yeah.
Except for when I'm at the party or whatever, they always have movies on and I'll just
Yeah.
sit down and chill. Any more questions? Gotta have some more, right?
It's okay. Halloween parade or hayride?
I've been in the parade a lot, so I have to say parade. I haven't gone. I've only sat and watched it twice, and then I was in it I was in it 5 times, I think. So I probably have to say parade because I've been in it.
I'd say parade because like you're watching people you know just like walk by and then you're like,
See,
oh
this
hi.
man's never got the luxury of being in it. I've been in it.
I was in it once.
I've walked the walk.
I'd say it's a tie for me, to be honest.
Easton, he's been in it, but he didn't see half of it that one year.
His
eye.
Yeah, the eye, yeah.
He just went.
Oh, I was talking about the parade that the.
Yeah, the parade, like the street parade.
Oh,
the
yeah,
street parade.
Yeah, the
that's
towns
the-
put on and stuff.
Yeah, the town
One
puts
problem
on.
with them, though, I will say,
They're boring.
is, I mean,
Yeah,
well,
they kind of boring.
yeah, but like,
If you're
it's
in
all,
Yeah, I'm
it's
in
all
it for
freaking
sure.
like running for local office or whatever.
Yeah, honestly,
because
it's a
election
lot of
day is
dumb
like right
stuff,
after.
Yeah.
Yeah,
a lot of
that's kind of
ads.
annoying.
I tell you what, though,
So
you get all them McDonald's stuff.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
do they still give out the cookie packets?
They might.
Dude, those are smart.
I don't think they do that anymore.
Yo, I don't know how many of them I got, because they always have like grimace and stuff on their face. They are so good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd go with
McDonald's
parade
was
too,
just
just
like
because like I've been in
coupons.
one.
McDonald's MVP, yo.
Had nothing to do with Halloween,
Uh-huh.
but it's coming up 9 days after this is being released.
Yeah.
Who's winning? KSI or Logan Paul?
I don't know. Judging on how the last match went, I'ma say they go in, right? And it's gonna be late in the match, and they're gonna go in and they're gonna start doing their hug stuff, right? You know how they hug, and
Yeah.
the referee gets separate. Well, they do that, and the referee gets fed up, and he just decks them both, and the referee wins.
Pulls a bill on him.
The referee wins that match.
It just pulls a bill on him. The one guy just steps out of the way, dicks.
I think the ref's gonna win.
Yeah.
Alright, that's my prediction.
You know what? I'm gonna have to side with Mr. Sport
Yeah,
here.
the
Refs
ref's
are
gonna
gonna
win.
win.
What you think, Easton?
I don't know.
He's thinking ref too. He's
Yeah, he is.
ref dangerous.
I honestly, I want to see that happen, but like,
it ain't gonna. Happen.
on like a serious note, I don't know.
I'd probably think Logan Paul gonna win. I
Yeah.
don't know though.
I'm
I
not
guess
gonna
I
lean
got
towards
endurance.
Logan.
I'd say KSI
He
because
got
I don't
endurance.
like Logan Paul.
Case I got endurance.
No, that's
He was-
but I feel like Logan Paul, like
Yeah, but
he had more. He knew what to work on more. Like
yeah, but
And now that they're not wearing headgear and they're down to 10-ounce gloves, I think there's a lot
I
more
guess.
likely for a knockout.
yeah, that would be dope. But the thing with the last match is like Logan Paul was beating him, and then he got gassed.
Yeah.
And then KSI just hung around, and then that's how he came back and beat him.
Yeah.
Because Logan was done. Like by the last couple rounds, I mean he could throw a punch.
Yeah.
He was out.
But if he really worked on his fitness like he said he did, think about it.
Yeah,
that
he-
first fight, however the fight was going, had nothing to do with KSI. It depended
Yeah.
on Logan's
That's what I'm
energy
saying.
level.
Yeah, he had a year.
He knew what he had to work on. So.
He had a year, and most people don't have that much time to prep for a fight. So
Yeah.
he better show. All right, what more Halloween questions we got?
Halloween questions?
Yeah, what more Halloween questions we got?
I don't know. You guys want to ask questions? Because I'm drawing a blank.
What's your favorite thing to do on Halloween?
Yeah. Favorite thing to do.
Sit back and relax. That's what I do.
You like to sit back and relax?
If I have to hand out candy, I do.
That's, yeah, I'd probably do that. I like going to parties. Halloween parties are dope.
Halloween parties,
Halloween
yeah.
parties
I
are
was-
smack.
I want to scare little children, but no one else wants to do that.
Because
Yeah, I went to my first ever Halloween party.
Weird
last
like you.
year.
I go to the adult Halloween parties. I don't like hanging around and be like 12-year-olds. I'm scared of the little 5-year-olds. I've moved on from that, so
Yeah.
I'm going to the parties now.
You
Yeah,
kind
before.
of
Till like
right.
2 in the morning. Yeah, so. Not really. I do like 2 in the
Yeah.
morning.
I'm about to go when I go camping to decorate that site, even though I'm not doing it this year because the bottom of my camper fell out.
Darn.
Or and I didn't do it last year because my mom was going to a wedding.
I think you
Yeah.
end up doing homework.
I like
Yeah, homework.
what we said earlier. What's our favorite movie to watch on Halloween? But what's the best Halloween movie? Like what's the best scary movie? What is
Like
the
legitimately
best, what's
scary,
the,
scary.
Yeah, what's
like
the
the
best?
scariest.
What's the best horror movie?
I haven't
I'd
seen many
say
horror movies.
Annabelle's up there.
That isn't
That's
scary.
pretty scary.
That's not,
I
it's
think
not.
it's scary.
It isn't.
I'm not a big
What's-
fan.
I
of
haven't
horror
seen the
movies.
new one. I know there's a new one.
What do you think's scary then?
Nothing.
I mean,
The Bye
none
Bye
of-
Man. We just watched out the
None
other
of
day.
none of them are like truly scary, but like I'd say the
Oh.
scariest is like the Conjuring
yeah.
series.
Nah,
like,
they
Annabelle,
they're
like-
kind of
Nah.
just dumb. They're just dulled down. It's kind of like, oh my god.
I haven't seen enough to really.
Insidious.
Yeah, same. I mean,
Insidious kind of scary.
I would say Insidious because I haven't watched many, and that was the one. I can't remember which Insidious it was, but yeah, I don't remember which one it was. But like that was the scariest one that I've seen of them. Like The Conjuring, that one was,
Yeah,
wasn't
Conjuring was
scary.
alright.
and then a lot of them are just jump scare stuff.
Yeah.
Like, what was that one where we watched that they went into the catacombs?
Oh, as above, so
Oh.
below.
Yeah, they like half of it was just like stuff that would pop out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what we weren't even scared half the time was we were making fun of what was going on.
That was funny.
I like.
I like- The atmosphere stuff's the best. That's the scariest horror.
I like browsing like nightmare fuel videos on YouTube. That almost seems scarier to me than actual horror movies.
Found footage is the scariest stuff I've
Yeah,
ever
found
Oh,
footage and
yeah.
stuff like that.
It's
Yeah.
Yeah, like the catacombs videos where the dude
Yeah.
drops the camera in the little puddle.
Yeah,
and
that,
keeps running.
that's stuff
I don't like
freaks
the
me out.
audio ones. Like the picture
Yeah.
ones, sometimes like they're
Yeah.
scary. They're scary, but the audio ones, you don't know what you're supposed to be thinking about. So just
Yeah.
anything
Yeah.
horrible is like you're trying to pair a sound with something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, and the audio ones like they're easy to fake too.
Yeah.
Like
Well, yeah.
like this is a podcast, we could do it right now. Just
I guess.
you know.
that's-
I
I
guess,
guess so. I guess that might.
I hope that actually scares someone. what-
Yeah, I just realized because I did it right up against the mic. That's gonna be
Yeah.
loud, dude.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Honestly, maybe Saw would be the scariest stuff because that's just awful.
That's true.
Like
dude.
that
Some of
stuff's
it's
just out. Like,
Some of it's just messed
dude,
up.
like I mean, it's just gory. It's not really scary,
Yeah.
but it's just that position would suck because you know you're not gonna live. You know what I mean? And like I hope that stuff's not going on in the world. It probably is. You just don't know about it. I mean, there's some messed up stuff going on in the world. I mean, the dark web stuff that. I mean,
Yeah.
we're torturing it. People are torturing and killing each other, and people put it on webcams and stuff, and no one knows about it. It's messed up. So
Yeah,
That's
the-
what- I
the
think
dark
that's what's-
web is some.
I think that's what's scary about Saw is because like that could happen, and no one
It-
could know about it.
it does
That's
happen,
what's-
dude.
Yeah, I know. And the stuff,
Scary.
like that girl falling in the pit of needles, and how they faked that is crazy. Like
Mm.
it's cool how they had a guy.
That's like it's just like stuff like that
I've-
could actually
I
happen.
read it. I watched a short documentary about that. They had a guy and his team literally take out every single needle. It was over. I don't even know how many. Like maybe 30,000. Probably not that many. Because they filled this pit up because like they had some, but then it wasn't enough. So they had to keep buying more, and they had to take all the needles out one by one and put in dull ones or whatever, so they could fake it. And so when she fell in, it wouldn't hurt. Like I forget what they were. They were like bendy almost, so you know it wouldn't actually poke or whatever. Like it was like 30,000 that they had to individually take out the needles and put in one by one just to make that. Like, I like it.
Alright, I think we're just about running out of time here, so
Yeet.
wanted to thank you all for tuning in. Love you guys.
Sure.
Follow us on Instagram at EF_podcast. We got Logan at Hypercarnation 24/7. Me at Eastononi_YT. At Paragon Matrix.
Yeah, or my other one.
Jordan.
Both of them.
So, Jordan, you want to close off the episode?
Sure.
Happy Halloween.
Bruh.
Just kidding. We're still alive.